Hello everybody, I'm here again to show you guys how I make the rest of the cinnamon toast. So as you guys can see, I have already the butter in the pan. I put it at a low heat, okay? And of course, as indicated, I then remix the batter. Right, mix. And of course I put, so as you can see, and I put in, so you can see, both sides. Okay, so both sides have a mixture on it. Okay, and I put it in half. And I do it for the second one here. Third one. Okay, that's why it's important to have the flat thing. And I just let it cook. Okay, so the cooking part takes a few minutes. Since I only brought up 4, I'm just going to close up my pot. This will go into the fridge since obviously it's eggs and milk. Just put this away here. Alright, so just giving it a few minutes to let it cook. Obviously, I make sure it does not stick to the bottom, so it's important to move it around a little bit here. Okay. That's also the other reason why I keep it at a low heat so that it doesn't stick. I use plenty of butter. I know a lot of you guys don't like plant-based, or like plant-based, but that's not my thing. So that's how I'm going to go with. So this part does take a few minutes. This is the longest part of it. Okay, is the actual cooking part. But we're here together and we can do this together. So I'm just going to turn it over. So as you can see, it hasn't really set in the cooking yet, but I like to make a first turn. So again, just trying to minimize the risk that it gets stuck. And second turn. Difficult with me. Turn. There. So as you can see, it's already starting to get stuck. So here we are. So that's why, like I said, I like to move it around so it doesn't get stuck. So you also want to make sure you have a nice, good non-stick pan. Mine is getting a bit old, so that's why it is getting a little sticky. So like I said, you would cook this part until you're satisfied. For me, I would give it a few more minutes before I find it and say it's ready.
One eternity later.
So how do I know when it's ready? So as you can see with this one, see this little area here? It's a lot more golden and cooked, okay? And as you can see, when I turn this over, when you press down on it, it will feel a lot harder. So as I cook it, it should feel more and more stiff, essentially. Okay, so this side is good enough, and we'll wait for the other side to be the same thing. Okay, so as you can see, this part as well, another way you can tell is this part seems a little bit more white and more liquidy. So that's how I know it's still not quite done. So I'll flip it to this side to make sure, and maybe even press it down a little bit to make sure that it gets cooked properly and all the way through. Because obviously you're dealing with eggs and milk, so you want to make sure that it gets cooked properly all the way through. Like you see, this edge here seems a little bit not quite done, and the same thing for this one here, right? So most of it seems about ready, and it's nice and golden. Golden is good. Okay, guys, so you don't want to keep it there too long, which is the other reason why you want to make sure to keep it at low heat. Okay, so we flipped it already to get that on the side. So we'll turn off our pot and we'll move it on a cool side here to just let the natural heat of the pan to cook it all the way through. Okay, and it is literally that easy to cook cinnamon toast. So as you can see, the whole process maybe took me 20 minutes at most to do everything from mixing the batter to cooking the food. It really isn't any longer or more difficult than that, guys. And I hope you enjoyed my little lesson of how to cook cinnamon toast.